Hey guys, it has been so long since I've last done a video. I'm getting further along in my pregnancy, so mobility has definitely decreased. Things that I can normally do very easily, I can't do as easily anymore. So toting these teas back and forth from room to room is not as much of an easy task as it used to be. So what I'm going to do is just do a few teas at a time. Instead of doing them all at once. But yes, I've been very busy with baby things and so just obviously been distracted. So let's start off with there'll probably be some pretty hungry teas because I have, like I said, been distracted and haven't been feeding them as often, but with spiders you can get away with that since they have very slow metabolisms. They don't require as much food. You just need to make sure that you hydrate them. So let's see if the Brachypalma abopilosum, under and curly hair, is hungry. And yes, she is. As expected. She's probably like, it's about time, woman. So yeah, she's looking great, isn't she? Yeah. She's looking great. I gave you some water too. Yep, I've been even slacking off with water. I'm beginning to wonder if I could take care of all these teas. You know, I've been having lots of back trouble with this pregnancy, so that has been hindering me from taking care of them as well as I used to. Unfortunately, I'll have about 3 or 4 deaths to report. One of them may not have been my fault, but may have been. You know, I don't know for sure, obviously, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was my fault because I went for a while without giving them water even. And even though they can go a while without food, they can't go that long without water. So I feel guilty about that, but I'm going to try to get better at this. But thankfully this one's still alive and well. Yeah. So I filled up her water dish, so she's good to go. She's still beautiful, isn't she? She's one of my more gentler teas. One of the few that I'm willing to hold. I don't hold my teas often, but when I do, this is one that I will hold. She doesn't seem to mind. Alright, I will move on to the next one and let her chow down. Alright, next. Here is my Acanthoscurria geniculata, the giant white knee. And as you can see, this one needs some water. So I'm going to attempt to move her out of the way. Notice I said attempt. She is not nice, or he, whatever. I don't know the gender of this one yet. But this one does not take kindly to being touched. So this one used to just flick hairs, but now this one will readily bite. In addition to flicking hairs. So yes, big attitude. But need to give you some water, sweetheart, whether you like it or not. I don't want another dead tarantula in my house because of me. So I've got to give you some water. Now, you ready to eat? Or are you too mad to eat now? This one's usually ready to eat. But might be too mad. Here you go. Come on. Now don't be pissy. I know you're hungry, you're just mad. You're just mad that I bothered you. Alright. There, you can get it yourself. knock yourself out. Well, I did get you some water anyway. Yes, ornery as ever. Alright, well, we'll go on to the next one. She's in a bad mood, so we'll let it be. Next. Here's my Phormictopus cancerides, the Haitian brown bird eater. Still alive and well. Put it in there. And you just kicked hers. There you go. Did you get it? Yep. You got it. And I got you some water too. Very good. You enjoy that. Got your bare butt showing. Alright, we'll move on to the next one. This is my Thrixopalma ocrity, the Peruvian pink rump. And as you can see, this one is in pre-molt. Check out that abdomen there, where it's kicked hairs. See how dark it is? Yeah, this one will be molting soon. So I upped the humidity in the enclosure, made sure it has plenty of water. Hopefully I'll get a good molt out of this next one and be able to determine the gender. But yep. So I won't be feeding this one today. Probably wouldn't have eaten anyway. Alright, we'll move on to the next one and let this one de-stress and hopefully molt soon. Alright, next. This is my Acanthoscurria chacoana, the Bolivian pink rump. Thankfully has survived my neglect of my teas here lately. I'm very thankful for that. They're doing really well. I just gave her some more water. Yet she's a female and definitely has an attitude when she's messed with. I heard that crunch. That's all you get, sweetheart, because a lot of my worms died too. That's what happens. Yeah, if I don't improve with taking care of my teas because of having a baby and all that, I'm just going to get rid of some of them and just keep my favorites. Of course, I love them all. It's going to be hard to get rid of some of them, but you know, if it's better for the tea that they move to a place that could take better care of them than me, then I'd rather that be the case, you know. So, but I'll give myself another chance and see how I do. And if I don't do well, then I'm gonna get rid of some of them, give them to some people, or sell them to people that I know would take good care of them. And that maybe a few of you guys on YouTube. So, all right, we'll let this one go and move on to the next one. I'm surprised this one has survived my neglect. Avics tend to be a little more sensitive to lack of attention, of giving them water, humidity, but he's done really well despite that. So his abdomen still looks good, so he's in good shape. Hopefully he'll forgive me for being such a slacker. But let's see if he's hungry. You got it? Or do you just have, you just have the tongs? Get your worm. Or are you mad at me for not giving you a cricket? Now, I didn't think you'd be very picky. Oh, you could be in pre-molt. It has been a while since he is molted, and since he is a male, it won't take him as long. But yeah, so I'll keep an eye on him. And I did put plenty of water in there now, so he's good. But yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's another one I'll handle. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Here's my Poecilotheria striata, the Mysore ornamental. Doing well. A survivor. She's a finicky eater. Sometimes she will eat from my tongs very willingly, other times not so much. She's another one though that I wouldn't be surprised if molted, although I think it's a little too soon, but we'll give her some water in case she's more thirsty than anything else. But yeah, she's fine. You're just not gonna eat for us, huh? Alright, we'll move on to the next one then. My female Haplopalmolividum is doing fine. When I first got her, she wanted to stay there. Then she moved to there. And now, she's way back where we can't see her. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. She's way back there, webbed up. I can't even reach her. So, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see her in all her glory. Unfortunately, my mature male Haplopalmolividum has died. So, I would like to think that my neglect didn't kill him and he just died from being a mature male. But, I don't know. But yeah, he was my first fatality of this group that died. But the female is doing fine. I just laid her worm in there where she could get it and just gave her some more water, so sorry we can't see her. Alright, next. Here's the butt end of my Haplopalma longipes, the Vietnamese tiger. Finally dug herself a hole. She had been staying in there, but she finally got a hole this time. So, I'm going to see if she's hungry. She's not molted in my care yet, so I don't know how recently she molted after I got her. So, we'll see if she's hungry. And that's assuming I have some live worms in here. Not having any luck finding any yet. All the worms I'm finding. Oh, there's one. Good, good, good. Isn't she gorgeous? Check that out. Man, what a winter tea. And I got you some water too, sweetheart. Yeah, she's no sweetheart. She'll bite you first and ask questions later. But I love her anyway. Yeah, she's mean. But she's a pleasure to own. Well, I'm glad you enjoy your new home. That's awesome. I'm glad you're finally comfortable enough to dig yourself a burrow. Good for you. And in she goes. Alright, we'll let her eat in peace. Move on to the next one.